Hi, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about a movie that I wish I'd seen in theaters, The Housemaid. I totally understand why this ended up being a financial success, making over 10 times its budget. This movie is built like a trap in the best way. FYI, this review will be spoiler-free because I really think you should watch it. The general premise is that a young woman, Millie, hoping for a fresh start, becomes a live-in maid for a wealthy couple, Nina and Andrew, and as you can imagine, things escalate from there. The Housemaid starts off feeling like you're walking into one kind of story, a messy, juicy, rich people's problem domestic thriller with that cheating drama energy. And for a good chunk of the first half, it plays like that. The vibe is glossy, tense, and seductive, and the thing that surprised me is the tension. The air gets heavier every time Millie and Andrew share a room. And that's why the movie works. It weaponizes your expectations. It wants you to think one thing, and it wants you to pick sides early on so you misread the situation. So by the time the movie starts revealing what it's really about, you're already invested, you're already biased, and you're emotionally in the mess. Because under the surface, The Housemaid isn't just some spicy relationship thriller. It's a story about power, the kind of power that comes from wealth, image, connections, and control, and what that power can do inside a home when nobody believes you and everything can be flipped back onto you. This movie gets progressively darker and the tension changes shape. It goes from, oh, this is messy, to, oh, this is dangerous. That shift is a big reason why I ended up liking the movie a lot more than I thought I would. Sydney Sweeney is great here. I know she's been catching a boatload of hate over the last year for her genes, but I'm not seeing what the people are seeing. For everything that I've watched her in, from Immaculate to Americana to Eden, and yes, even Madam Web, she's been great. She does exactly what this role needs. She sells vulnerability without making Millie feel fully helpless. She sells the curiosity attraction without making it feel forced or cartoony, and most importantly, she sells the tension. Brandon Sklenar is the key to making this movie work. Because for a movie like this to land, you need someone who can play that this is too good to be true energy without tipping their hand too early. And when things turn, he has to be genuinely intense. He pulls that off. When the movie gets more psychologically mean, he goes there and it gets uncomfortable in the right way. And Amanda Seyfried, honestly, she's the real MVP here. She fully commits herself in the first half in a way that is super convincing. She fully sells the movie's misdirection with her erratic behavior and crazy eyes. Her character pissed me off so much, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I was hoping Nina would get cheated on. I know that's so out of pocket to say, but I genuinely hated her character so much with my entire heart and soul. The production side is also a big part of why this movie is so watchable. The estate is gorgeous, not in a flashy look we have money sort of way, but in a this place feels curated way. It's a great story for a setting like this because the house has secrets it doesn't scream about. And even with a longer runtime, 2 hours and 13 minutes, I never got bored being in this house. Mostly because the character tension keeps shifting the energy of each room. Also, the movie makes the smart choice by giving you a change of scenery at the right time, which helps break up any potential monotony. Music-wise, it leans into pop-driven needle drops. There are moments where I was thinking to myself, what in the 50 Shades? And I'm not saying that as an insult, but rather because things sounded stylish, sleek, and sexy, and the movie fully committed to that. When it comes to the cinematography, it was fairly standard. It was clean and effective, supporting the thriller tone, the mystery, and it never got in its own way. If I'm nitpicking, once the movie shows more of its hand in the second half, some of the mystery and intrigue naturally fade away. The tension is still there, but it shifts from what's really going on here to something more direct. I still enjoyed it a lot and the payoff is satisfying, but the first half was definitely the most entertaining part for me because it did the slow mislead so well. Also, there's one supporting character thread that feels like it's teasing something bigger, and then it kind of goes nowhere. I genuinely expected this character to play a much bigger role in the climax of the movie, and they basically just disappear. So I just don't think we needed to spend as much time hinting or showing this character off. And the ending, I won't spoil it, but I will say there is a convenience factor to everything. The way things wrap up feels a little too lucky for my taste. Not enough to ruin anything for me, but enough for me to clock it. But man, the climax is where the movie truly earns its keep. It delivers the catharsis that a story like this has to deliver, and it does it in a way that feels personal. It's not just violent for the sake of being violent. It's about taking back control, and it hits nicely. The Housemaid is way better than it has any right to be. It's slick, tense, and genuinely entertaining. It plays your expectations like a fiddle. It pulls you into what feels like a messy, sexy domestic drama before tightening the screws into something much darker and more psychologically intense. Even with a couple of plot conveniences and one character thread that goes nowhere, the performances from Sweeney, Sklenar, and Seyfried and that shifting, escalating tension make it hard to look away. The payoff lands with the catharsis this story needs. So if you like thrillers that are stylish, twisty, and a little 50 Shades coded, I'd absolutely recommend checking this one out. It's one that I'm excited to watch with my girlfriend. Thank you for listening to my review of The Housemaid. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit subscribe. If you did not enjoy the video, thank you for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if there's something you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know and I will do my best to get to it. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, then you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego and I will see you next time.